The outer rain bands are already beginning to impact the South Florida area. This is what we're seeing coming from Hurricane Irma around Key West and Miami. There are some moderate to heavy rain bands pushing around that area, and they are in for the long haul of this particular storm. It's going to impact the area for at least the next day or so. Right now, we have Hurricane Irma with 130-mile-per-hour winds moving along that northern tip of Cuba right now. So it has helped the winds to come down a bit, but it's still a Category 4 storm. And here's the deal. This storm has a chance to strengthen once again, because what's going to happen is it's going to move into a more conducive environment. It's going to move over warm water. Temperature right now, the water temperature over Key West is 89 degrees. That is awesome for hurricanes to get their act going. They usually just need water temperatures right around 80 degrees. On top of that, the wind profile is very conducive to help this storm strengthen once again. So let's look at the track of it. We're looking at Sunday at about 2 o'clock in the morning or so. This is going to be getting ready to approach the southwestern tip of Florida as a powerful Category 4 storm. Key West, Florida, not looking good for that particular area, and also along that southern tip. Now, as it continues to move up Florida, it's going to really hold on to some strength for quite some time, remaining a Category 3 storm as it moves its way around Tampa. This is Monday at 2 a.m. We're now talking about 120-mile-per-hour winds. Eventually, as the storm takes its trek over to the north, it'll make its way around Nashville by midweek and even help to bring some rain to our area, but nothing like what they'll see out in the Florida area. So this is what we know about Irma right now. We're going to continue to get those updates and continue to update you, but it is packing 130-mile-per-hour winds as a Category 4 storm. Florida this morning is going to begin to feel that. They're going to begin to feel at least tropical storm force winds in some areas between 39 and 58 miles per hour. Then later tonight, they're going to begin to feel hurricane force winds. Okay, and those winds will be up to 74 miles per hour or stronger in some spots. Sunday morning, Category 4 hurricane beginning to barrel its way toward Florida. We're looking at anywhere from 8 to 15 inches of rain, and isolated 20 inches will be possible. That's going to cause some flooding problems. On top of that, the biggest hazard that we have to also worry about is that storm surge, which we'll take a look at right now. So this is what we can see. Anywhere in the red pinkish colors are not good. Look at this pink color between Fort Myers and the southern tip of Florida. We could get anywhere up to 15 to 20 feet of storm surge in some spots, and it looks like in the red areas maybe 10 to 15 feet. So that's a lot of water. That's taller than most adults, pushing into roads, homes, businesses, you name it. So that's the potential, and that's always the hazard that some people sometimes overlook because of the wind. But the water, I always say to people, it's the wind, but really it's the water when it comes to these hurricanes. Okay, so everywhere in this red dot right here, that's going to be our hurricane force winds. And then in the orange dot, it's going to be borderline hurricane force winds to tropical storm force winds. So look at this bullseye as it makes its way around that southern tip of Florida. Key West and the southern tip of Florida are going to feel it first and probably for the longest duration. This storm is massive. Look at it. Most of the state of Florida is going to feel winds between 39 and 58 miles per hour, with some spots winds up to 74 miles per hour and stronger, especially that southwestern tip as that storm just rides along. And this is going to go into Monday at 1:30 a.m. So Florida, for the next few days, they're going to be really in the thick of this storm. It's really not going to begin to lift out of there until Monday evening, heading into Tuesday morning before it makes its trek around the Georgia area and Key West, Florida. One of the spots they're going to see the really strong wind gusts, because I think that's going to be one of the areas that takes the brunt of the storm. We're talking about wind gusts at the surface level. This is ground level at 107 miles per hour. So certainly destructive, especially when you compound that with the rain and the storm surge that's also going to come upon land. So we'll also have some pretty strong and damaging wind gusts possible across the rest of the state of Florida as well. So keep it right here. We're going to continue to bring you updates throughout the day.